More drama at Liverpool. Clinton Morrison's been watching that one for us. Virgil van Dijk coming up with a captain's goal.
Yeah, brilliant header from Virgil van Dijk. It's an outstanding header. Lemon has been marking him like that the whole game. Like, basically, Rob would tackle him, and Virgil's been saying to the referee he wants a foul, he wants a free kick, but the ball is he got half a yard from him, and the header's fantastic. Brilliant header, and everyone keeps saying Liverpool leave it late, and is it lucky? It can't be lucky the amount of times they've done it so far this season. It's not lucky. You just got to keep going. They've got that desire to keep going right to the end, and they've got big players and big characters, but the header's fantastic. It's a brilliant header. Obviously, at the end, I don't know what's happened, but Simeone was arguing, obviously, with the Liverpool fans. He gets shown a red card, so a bad night for Atletico Madrid and Simeone, but credit to Liverpool. But they would have been disappointed because they were 2-0 up, Jess, and I thought they were comfortable. Atletico Madrid came back into it 2-2, and you thought it was going to just be a point, but in the end, they get the big 3 points, fully deserved by their captain. Fantastic.
Captain, fantastic indeed. How fantastic was their new British record signing, Alexander Isak, who started for them tonight?
No, he was good for 57 minutes. He looked really sharp. I think the chance that Ekitike had at the end, he's been waiting for that, where Salah played the ball in, he was 6 yards out, Ekitike. It was difficult, it was bouncing out, but there was no one around him. Put it over the bar, but I think Isak looked really sharp. He might start in the Merseyside derby, who knows?
You think?
But he might do. He gave him 57 minutes.
So he's match fit then, is he?
Well, he's not 100% match fit, but I think if he starts him in a game like this, why not? I know the Merseyside derby is totally different, the Premier League to the Champions League, but if he's played 57 minutes, why not start him and give him an opportunity in the Merseyside derby to be a hero in a big game as well?
OK, you don't want to be a negative Nelly in these scenarios, but just to play devil's advocate...
You're going to be.
I'm going to be. For Liverpool, you know, some are calling it luck. They leave it late to get these winning goals. That's going to run out at some point, isn't it?
You never know. It might do, Jess. Who knows? But at the end, so far, so good. At the end of the day, they're winning football matches. I totally get where you're coming from, but they've got big players and key players that score crucial goals. Today, it's the captain who scores a fantastic header. Usually, it might be Salah, Ekitike, Gakpo. It might be Isak that comes into it, Florian Wirtz. So they have big players. This is why Liverpool have spent and brought in big quality players for big moments like that. So I do believe they'll continue to do this. And everyone says you're not playing well, but it's the sign of top team when you're not playing well, but you're still winning football matches. And I thought tonight they did play well, but as I say, credit to Atletico Madrid, but in the end, they got the win.
Yeah, they did. Wasn't the same, though, for Chelsea, was it, Jodie? They showed a lot of fight in the dying minutes, but they just couldn't find a way through, could they?
Do you know what? I think for large spells tonight, they went toe-to-toe with Bayern, and they've only really got themselves to blame of why they're on the losing side. And I think that's what will disappoint Maresca the most, because I actually think they're set up, and I think playing Cole Palmer off the right was a good call. I think Reece James was a good call in the middle. I felt it was a very even game in the first half, but the quality of Harry Kane and, as I said, the defensive mistake to give that all crucial third goal, and there was obviously a penalty where Caicedo could do better. But Gusto giving the ball away for the third goal, I think, was really pivotal. And we didn't really get going again in the second half until right towards the end. And obviously to have a goal that was chalked off for just being offside was slightly unlucky. But Bayern were certainly the better team in the second half. But for large spells, as I said, we went toe-to-toe, and there was big periods of that performance that were a lot better than, I think, Palace, maybe the luck that we got against Fulham, or even how unlucky we were against Brentford. There's huge positives to take from that. And I think the experience of the Club World Cup played into how brave we were tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. Because, as I said, we went toe-to-toe. And individual mistakes you can never account for as a manager or a coach. And I think the setup was good. It just that those little bits of quality, and I have to say, and it does annoy me sometimes that people write off Harry Kane just because he plays in a different league and he's scoring all these goals.
It's easy, they say.
Yeah, exactly. Well, tonight he's played against one of the best teams in the Premier League, and he was brilliant. Him and Elise were the two best players on the pitch. Really? And Harry Kane reminded me a lot of his Spurs form tonight, where he was dropping deep and linking up play and picking up some great positions, but could have scored 4 goals. I thought he was first class, and I know people love to write him off because maybe his performances for England haven't been great, but for Bayern he's been absolutely top drawer, and he was again tonight.
So it seems as though Chelsea weren't really able to contain him tonight.
No, and I think that's difficult. I think sometimes you have to hold your hands up. As I said, him and Elise were the two best players, and there were moments that people were getting tight. Cucurella was trying to get tight to Elise, and he was just picking off passes or using his skill and using his body like Harry Kane did as well. And as I said, if it wasn't for the gifts of the goals that we give away, I think it was a fairly even game for a good hour. So I think positives to take, but obviously when you're giving top quality opposition gifts for goals like that and penalties, then you're always going to be up against it.
We didn't get to see much of Nicholas Jackson back up against his parent club, did we?
No, I mean, he was on for sort of 5 minutes and he tried to chip the keeper from about 40 yards, which went maybe 40 yards right and high. But that was about it, yeah. And I think that's probably better for everyone involved.
I mean, how much of a blow is this to Chelsea's hopes in the Champions League in this league phase stage? I mean, it's one game, but, you know, put it into perspective for us.
No, I actually think sometimes you've got to hold your hands up and go, you've gone to the Allianz, you're playing against Bayern, and if you look at the individual mistakes which contributed to the loss, you can, as I said, I think you can take positives in the performance, particularly going forward. I think we're a threat for any team we play against, and certainly with the attacking players that we have on the pitch, whether it be from the start or the ones that are coming off the bench. As I said, I think there's huge positives to take from tonight. And
Liverpool as well, Clinton, will take huge positives from this going forward in the Champions League, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. Everyone's made Liverpool favourites. I don't know if Liverpool fans would like to hear that.
The Opta supercomputer.
Yeah. Who's in that Opta supercomputer? I'd love to meet that person one day because they...
AI.
Oh, say AI. OK. I don't know if they always get it right. They had them favourites last year. They didn't do it. But, no, they were good tonight. They were really good. But you've got to credit Atletico Madrid. But they have that never-say-die attitude. And as I say, you have fantastic players like Van Dijk that can win you the football match.